Welcome to Cackling in the Void.
I'm Kaylee,
I'm Ashley.
and let's see if the void echoes back today.
Welcome back to Cackling in the Void. We are two best friends diving deeper into the void, talking about chapters 35 and 36 of Iron Flame. And boy, these were a lot. They're so good.
Excited.
Kaylee's silently screaming.
I know. I realized, according to Ashley, I make very obnoxious noises. So I'm trying to be like, oh no.
And it's also, we're both very visually comedic people. And so this is an audio thing. We have to start describing.
Yes,
but we do a good job. It's okay.
Unless you keep up with our YouTube.
Yes, we do have some on YouTube, and those will be going back up soon. And apparently you can do long form videos on Spotify. So.
Oh.
And I did not know this. So yes, so we will be looking into that. So maybe you could see our fun faces while we react to things and how we are very emotive on Spotify.
Yeah, even on Spotify. That's crazy.
And our short form content.
I guess that makes sense. Yeah, please check out our short form content. Ashley's been working so hard on it.
Thank you.
We're so excited for these chapters. We're getting into the last two chapters before we hit the part 2.
We did,
so
and these are big.
Part 1 of this book, which is amazing, and we're very excited because the chapters do get pretty intense.
They do, and we've been waiting for these chapters for a good long while, so we've been really excited to reread these and discuss and divulge these chapters.
I do think that obviously this is part of the climax of the book.
Yeah.
And
it's like the midway climax for part 1.
Well, it's the climax for part 1.
Yeah.
So technically the it's like the midway. Sorry, I'm trying not to sneeze because Ashley sneezes quite often in the podcast, and I'm like, I will not be Ashley. If I think about it hard enough, it's not gonna happen, right?
Is your nose burning?
Yes, it is. But it is the climax for part 1, and I'm very excited to get into it because it's exciting to see how the characters change after this, specifically after this.
Yeah. And
because I feel like if it wasn't for this section, I think that the next book and the third book and the fourth book the fourth book that is going to come out and the third book that already came out would have been written very differently.
I agree with that.
Mm-hmm.
I agree.
I know.
Wow.
I was right.
And so diving right in, she wakes up in a chair and is foggy because she was knocked out and given drugs. And she just hears through the wall and through the door and things like that. Oh, she's in Cold Ear, so we have until she gets back so she doesn't find out. And she's like, what? She's just so confused and so disoriented. And she even says, she's like, my brain is foggy. My bonds are still fuzzy. I can't communicate with Taryn. I can't communicate with Andarna. Obviously, she hasn't been because Andarna's asleep. But still,
dreamless sleep.
Yeah. Obviously, she can't communicate with Xaden because he's at an outpost. But she can't even... if he was there, she wouldn't be able to.
Exactly. But the idea of not reaching Taryn again when her entire squad, this entire time when they have been tested, have been so careful not to take the elixir, the poison. Unsure of what they want that to be called.
Yeah, no, I can't tell you. And she's like, oh God, she kind of starts realizing where she is and kind of what's gonna be happening. And she's like, I don't know if the others are captured. And she's really stressed, which so valid of her.
Yeah, so valid.
And, Varys walks in with this wicked, it's described as a really wicked smile. And he is talking with Nolan, or she can, Nolan walks in as well, and Varys goes, well, we tried it your way, so now we're going to do it my way.
Yeah, we've waited so long, and that's directed at Nolan. Like, we've tried it your way this entire time, and we've been yielding very little results together. So
Yeah.
something has to change.
Yeah. And, Violet's so hurt because, Nolan's been mending her for, what, a decade? Like, years.
If not longer, like her whole entire life.
Mm-hmm.
And I did love the line when she was like, I trusted you.
Yeah.
Because out of all of the people that she thought that was going to put her life in jeopardy, it was not going to be Nolan.
No. And you see Nolan's, like, defeat in this, too.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you can tell he's beating himself up over this.
I also just think that, yes, he's beating himself up over this, but I also think that he's just tired and haggard. Like, whatever Varys has him doing with Jack and whatever he's, like, doing behind the scenes.
Mm-hmm.
Because it seems like he hasn't had time to recuperate from Jack. Like,
no.
And
it seems like
the mending list is still, like, a couple months out,
Yeah. And, like, mending a dead body, that's insane.
Literally.
That's insane. And so, you're right, like, he's so tired, and it's like maybe he did this because he is just so tired and, like, can't put up the fight with Varys. Like, no, we can't do that anymore.
Yeah. Possibly, but I also think that deep down inside he believes that this is going to be the only way.
Yeah.
Because I do think that Nolan has to believe in this cause. Nolan has to believe in Navarre and what they're doing and believes that it's right.
Yeah. Yep. And I think deep down also really believed Violet didn't really know what she was taking in a way, or like that she wasn't guilty for this.
Mm-hmm. And it is when, as Varys is, gloating basically, and he's like, oh, well, Markham was notified that the royal wards were breached and things like that. And Violet is like kicking herself. She was like, of course, like Markham would know,
Yeah.
He's the head of the scribes. He's the curator of the quadrant, basically. Curator of Navarre, basically.
Yeah. And, like you said, she's so mad that she didn't even think about that. Like, she was just so ready to do this and was like, oh my God, we did it. She didn't even think about it.
Yeah.
She didn't think about it. And it kind of ties back to what Xaden said, is like, second years don't, like, you can't just rush into things. Like, second years think they're so great because they lived their first year that they seem to forget a lot of things, like little minor things that are going to add up into something huge, like Markham now knowing that the royal wards have been breached.
Yeah, say that 5 times fast, man.
God, no, I'm not even going to try. And so Nolan's like, hey, like, we're just going to ask you a couple questions. Just, if you can answer them, like, just answer them. Come on, Violet. Like, this will all be over if you answer them.
Which is one of those things where it's hard when it's posed to be such an easy thing. It's we're only going to ask you 3 simple questions, and if you answer them, then it's going to be fine.
Yeah.
Which we also figure out that one of Varys's, the girl that searches Violet's bag.
Nora.
There it is. That's right. Her name is Nora. That Nora is a like a truth sayer, so she can tell when people are lying or not.
Mm-hmm. And she's like obviously in there with Varys while this is happening, so he's like, is that the truth? And so Violet's like, oh fuck, I have to actually tell like really adjacent lies. Like it has to be so
close to it.
So close that it can be perceived as like truth. Like, oh, because like he does ask her like, oh, like who was with you? And then she goes like, I was the one who carried the journals out.
Well, she
or
said
something
that I was the one that put this journal in this satchel, because he was like, is this the only one you took? And she was like, yes, you are correct. I was the only one that took this journal.
Mm-hmm. And so like she very much
cheats that system a little bit.
System.
Because she is so intelligent and she can think of that extremely quickly, on the fly, ready to go. Because
God, I feel like that'd be so fucking hard though.
Yeah.
Like imagine having to sit there and it can't look like it's too long, because and it can't look like you're thinking about it.
Mm-hmm.
Like that'd be hard. I'd be sitting there like, hey, wait 1 second, let me like think. I need to think. Like that'd be hard.
It's also like the idea of this is like a restricted piece of text, and so like just openly he's like, why would you even need this journal? Why would you even need Warwick's journal? What is that?
Yeah. And he's just grilling her. She's kind of keeping silent at this point. I didn't even touch. She's kind of keeping silent at this point, and giving her like half truths adjacent. And Varys is like, oh, like if you tell the truth, we'll let you sleep off the headache and you can go to class tomorrow. And so that's kind of how she figures out what day it is.
No, she's like, oh shit, it's Sunday.
Oh, it's Sunday, yeah. And I do not believe Varys would have let her go to class.
Oh no.
Like, absolutely not. Have we met Varys? No. Like, he's not that type of character where it's like, oh, you... Because then he would have been like, oh, you're a traitor, and killed her.
Well, I think that he would have been like, oh, so you are a traitor and you do know what I'm talking about. So now I can really dig into you, and now I have no consequences because you were a traitor. It's now I can really like do everything and very, very slowly savor killing you.
God.
Because it is one of those things where like you have to think about this, that Violet has never been deemed a traitor or anything like that yet, because they've really covered up, and neither has Xaden. Xaden is not considered a traitor, a deserter, or, a revolutionary leader yet, because they've been able to keep it so under wraps for so long. Which is actually
so insane. Like, good for them. Again, that would also be very hard.
Yeah, and I mean, Violet knows what's at stake, and like the entire point of the second year in this book is to learn how to be tortured.
Yep. And if we think back to what Xaden said, it's like, oh, second year's where they break you. And
second year is where you lose your humanity.
Yeah.
You may still have possession of your mind, but you will lose your humanity. And I feel like with the torture and everything,
you get so desensitized.
There's no question about it. Of course.
Yeah. Like the amount of desensitization.
Yeah.
I had to think if I said that correctly. Thank you. Yeah.
That is a word.
We think we said it right. It's okay. And that they go through, whether it's like seeing their writers die next to them or seeing in the torture. Dang it.
There it is.
There it is. There's number one. And and I was the one talking to anyway. And
I know she is even boring to herself, and I
am. Yes.
I'd never say it to her face, but
And And even Violet even says, like, without seeing Orly fall like that,
Mm-hmm.
it makes me a better writer because you don't know what the fuck's out there. Now she does,
Yeah.
obviously, but point still stands. Like, all of this, they get so accustomed to it
Mm-hmm.
that they do lose their humanity. And I feel like a
Of
lot of them
course.
do break because, I mean, being tortured like that.
Yeah. I mean, also, like, Mira stated earlier in the book that, you know, the gauntlet and the gauntlet and threshing is like when you lose the most first years, but RSC is where you lose the most second years. And we can already tell because multiple squads have not come back.
Yeah. Because if they give up their word, like,
Mm-hmm.
because they're given a word, and if they give up their words, okay, now that they will be traitors.
Yeah.
Like, they will give up information, and we can't have that, so they kill them.
Yeah,
Or
which is
they just can't handle it.
crazy.
Yeah. No, I would not want to go to this college.
No, not at all. Not
No.
at all.
Now, would I want to fly a dragon? Yes.
For sure.
That would be
Definitely.
so
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah,
But I would
let's get a
not.
dragon, but also,
Yeah, not this part.
yeah, not that part.
No,
Not
I'm
that
good.
part at all.
No, I'm good.
Yeah, totally okay.
And, Varys does say, like, oh, like, Grady is such a stickler for rules. And so I've just been waiting for you to slip up somehow so I could do it my way, which is insane, sir. Well,
It
insane.
is, but that's why he was put here. Atos put him here for a reason, and it's very clear. But also, like, he loves this. This is what he lives for,
Oh, absolutely. And Violet does say, like, hey, like, if you wanted to question me, do so in court with other wing leaders and, like, in the way that the Codex tells you to do.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, with other leaders there. I'm like, wow.
Which I think is very fair, to ask for a fair hearing.
Mm-hmm.
Which I think is...
You'd rather her not be tortured?
I mean,
You think she'd rather just have a court of law than be tortured?
Yeah, do I believe that people deserve justice and due process? Yes, I do. And
Absolutely.
I will stand on that fucking business. And I just think that it's crazy. It's okay. We're not going to go on a thing right. I'm not going to go on a whole rant right now about it. It's okay.
That's funny. But I also agree with Kaylee and everything she just said.
You think that it's funny, but I'm like...
No, but you're...
We all
so
know
true.
why Kaylee could just
absolutely. Yes, absolutely. I'm not saying that topic is funny.
Oh, no.
I mean,
like it's funny that Katie's
I
stopping
can't
herself,
do it.
for sure.
Yeah, that's so funny. Anyway, and so he slaps her in the face because she's not giving information.
Yeah.
And he asks again, like, one of his, like,
he tells
minions.
Nolan and the minions to, like, call formation and check everybody's hands.
Yeah. Oh, because of the blisters.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, I literally was reading that. I'm like, why are they, like, are they gonna put, like, special dust on their hands? Like, what is happening? I was like,
no, yeah, because
fucking blisters.
Because obviously something would have happened to that person, and I think that they know, like, oh, hey, like, the journals are so sacred. They must have known that obviously this type of protection was put over the ward.
Yeah, and so they're like, okay, check their hands, which now I know it's for the blisters. I got there. Yes. It's okay. It took a couple weeks, but it's okay. And so then so they kind of go and do that, and he is like, hey, Nolan, like, you're also dismissed until I need you, because he's about to break Violet,
Yeah.
And he's like, okay, I'm gonna start off small. You have all the power, Violet. Like, you can make this stop. Just give me what I need. I'm like, sir.
Yeah, which is, I mean,
he's such a
fun tactic that they use in all type of torture. It's
yes.
Well, you could make this stop. Like, you have the power to prevent this from happening to yourself or to others, or, you have the power to stop this whenever you want. You hold the key to everything.
Yeah.
And, you know, it's that like mind manipulation, that power play of putting like the ball in their court so that they feel more in control, when in reality it's a manipulation tactic that is not it's a manipulation tactic to get into people's heads.
Yep. Because obviously you don't want to be tortured, so if you see a way out, you're gonna want to take it.
Absolutely.
So,
it's like
yeah.
do I take the path less traveled, or do I take the easy path?
And are they inevitably going to be the same path?
Yes.
Yeah. Absolutely. Yes. Immediately, yes. And, you know, he starts by like dislocating her fingers and breaking them. And I do really like kind of how it was worded, where I was like, I cry when he, for like the first dislocation of my finger, and then I scream when he breaks it. I was like, I do kind of like how that was written. And the narrator did a great job.
I was like,
I know we say it all the time, but these chapters, like we say it every chapter, but like these chapters, she did such a good job.
She did such a good job.
Such a good job.
I highly recommend everybody like listening to audiobooks, because number one, it makes books much more accessible and reading so much more accessible, as well as it gives so like different context to books. And like off topic tangent, which me and Ashley are not going to get distracted on for too long.
Okay.
One of my friends actually is rereading A Little Life and decided to do the audiobook because she read it. She like has like the physical book, and she read it before, and I told her so much about the audiobook. She was like, "Oh, I'm going to do it again, and I'm going to like listen to the audiobook." And she was like, "I feel like more emotions now listening to somebody narrate this book than I did when I first read it." And she was like, and which is surprising because I felt so many emotions when I personally just read it. And the fact that I'm feeling more,
it's
that like
that
it's
is a
being
great
narrated
book
to me. I'm like, oh my God, like this is why this is why I think audiobooks and accessibility to different types of literature is so important.
So important. It's also, audiobooks are reading.
Oh, yeah.
Like, is it a different form of reading? Absolutely.
Sure.
I'm not trying to say you're reading a page, but you're still gaining the same information, just in a different way. And that is okay. Yeah. If you like audiobooks, listen to audiobooks. And don't be...
It's proven by science that it's the same... like cognitive functions. Yeah. So it's like they actually conducted a study about whether or not listening to audiobooks was the same and like worked the same parts of your brains as actual like literature reading. And it was proven that it does, because the synapses still fire and you still learn the vocabulary and you still learn context and storytelling and imagination, and you are working a different processing tool. So obviously, if you've ever been tested for any type of learning disability, you will always know that there are different things. You know, there's like visual learning, and then there's auditory learning, and then there's visual comprehension and auditory comprehension. And when you are listening to audiobooks, obviously you're working the auditorial side of that comprehension and understanding and things like that, which I think could open, like I said, accessibility is the key. I think that all literature, all books should be accessible to everybody. I don't think that knowledge should be gatekept at all, ever. And even if it's that, even like fantasy books and like things like that, like we're talking about like this genre about fantasy, and I just think that I know Ashley's giving me the eye like, Kaylee, you started going on a whole tangent of I know, I'm sorry. We will. You're doing great. We love it. Yes, but I just think that, you know, accessibility, guys. Kaylee's into it.
Yes, and it's everybody deserves, like you said, obviously the education aspects and those type of books, but also just learning about these books that everybody, or a lot of people, are talking about, like A Court of Thorns and Roses, Fourth Wing,
Mm-hmm.
like all these books that
Yeah.
people are like, wow, these are great books. And it's if you, like you said, have a learning disability, that makes it really hard to read, or
Or
you
if
just
you're
don't have
just like a
time.
busy adult that
Yeah.
does not have the time, and you're like, damn, I haven't 30 minutes to work, or I have an hour to work, which now at this point you should just listen to our podcast. But um, you could also use that time to listen to an audiobook. You could,
Yeah. After our podcast.
do things like that, while you clean, while you do dishes. Like,
Yeah.
I love audiobooks because they are so accessible. You're
Yeah,
on a
because it's
walk and you want to, like, listen to something. You could listen to an audiobook.
exactly. And I just remember before I got into audiobooks, Kaylee, thank you so much for gaining.
I brought you in.
You brought me in. Thank you. I was like,
it.
my words aren't working. Kaylee brought me into
Do it.
audiobooks. And
That's actually kind of crazy. I kind of didn't realize that, but yeah.
I read A Court of Thorns and Roses flat out. I read the books. Like,
Yeah.
paper.
I mean, good for you. Yeah. Ashley Ashley watched me almost like every single day, like go to work, and people would be like, "Oh, like what are you listening to?" And I'm like, "Oh, a book."
We did start reading books together back at work.
Like, I'm not gonna lie, when I worked at that place, I listened to so many books throughout the
We
year.
listened a lot.
Yeah. I listened to a lot. I just remember I know it's crazy, but like, yeah, did I listen? I listened to Fourth Wing at work.
No. Yes?
No.
You started it. No.
Yeah, I started it
You
there.
started it, barely starting it.
Yeah, I barely started it before I
because you didn't have work
decided to
anymore
leave.
by the time we got like halfway through.
That's true.
I think you just ended. But I mean, you read.
Yeah.
We've read all of Throne of Glass. That was at work. You read all of
multiple
ACOTAR.
Oh, and I did read Haunting Adeline with Emily at work.
Oh, yeah.
Just to let everybody know. Just to let everybody know when I was like walking around or doing anything with my headphones in, and if you saw my face go, or like get extremely red in the middle of my work shift because like I was listening to all of it at work.
All of it.
All of the unsafe for work books I listened to on headphones at work.
Yes. And like I said, Kaylee and I are both very visual. Like, we are very emotive. And so you, like, if something happens, we both go, oh my God, I can't even show you guys. It's an audio thing. But, like, jaw drops, like, oh my gosh. Like, eyes wide. And everyone's like, are you okay? And I'm like, it's fine. Let me enjoy my book.
Mm-hmm. It's fine. It was just very surprising that this is happening in this book.
I get multiple instances when this happened.
Yeah, I'm sure that people were like, "Oh, okay, is she okay, it's fine." We'll leave.
I mean, you read A Little Life at work.
I did. God, that's crazy.
What a book. I don't know how you did that.
Out of all of those things, that's actually crazy. I did stop and I read like big emotional parts at home because like I do remember being like, I can't listen. I can't continue. I need a break.
So valid. Yeah, I remember having to do that.
And I can't do it. I can't do this at work because there's like times when you're just like,
you're sitting there sobbing.
Yeah, sobbing. Literally,
sobbing.
Just
ugly sobbing. It was so good. I can't wait. So if you guys have ever...
I'm so ready to reread it just so that I can cry again.
It was so good. So if you guys have ever read A Little Life, or if you've been like, God, I want to read that book, but everyone says it's so sad, read it with us.
But it's so
worth it. It's so worth it. It's so good. We will be covering it, and we will be deep diving that book so much.
Yeah.
It'll be great. But
we
do have to go back on topic.
I know. Our like 15-minute tangent.
Yes. But that's why people like us. I hope. Because our friendship is great.
Yeah. It's our friendship. The power of friendship.
And so then, there's a time skip after her fingers are... And so after her little fingers are shattered, she's kind of sitting there and time has passed, and someone kind of starts talking to her, and he is like, oh, like, get some sleep if you can. And she's like, like, this is just a hallucination from pain, from like dehydration, lack of sleep. And then, this person's like, maybe. And she like looks up and Liam is there, which I actually was excited to get to this point. I am not a fan of people that get brought back to life. If you kill off your characters, unless it's actually like worked in well, don't just bring them back because you love your character. Or
Yeah.
your fans love that character.
I don't know. I'm always like, if you didn't see the body, I don't know. I have like such trust issues with authors that I'm like, oh no, like, are you sure they're dead? Because we didn't see the body. Yeah. It's kind of like in television too. Like, if we didn't see that body, I don't know. Yeah. I do not believe that they're dead because I didn't see that body.
And we did see Liam's body die.
Mm-hmm. We did.
So we saw him get burned. So
yes, we saw Liam's. Well, we didn't actually.
We were told that
they didn't even. Well, they didn't burn him. They buried him.
Oh, you're right. Mm-hmm. Right. They buried him with Day.
Yeah, which.
Oh my gosh. They're just. Okay. Oh, it's okay. But we saw his dead body. We know he's dead.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And so he's there. In spirit.
Mm-hmm.
And
well, it's a hallucination, and she openly is like, "Wow, you're a really good hallucination."
Yeah. Oh, my brain, like, really.
Yeah, my brain really went all out on that one.
Yeah, and Liam is there, and is like, oh, like, or maybe Malik sent me as a kindness, and Violet says Malik doesn't do kindnesses. And I will say, I did miss Liam. He's so sweet. And I like how she brought him back.
Yes, I would agree. I like that Liam was there in this scene because when you're going through such a traumatic experience, for her brain to like give her that hallucination of this is why we're doing it. This is what he died for. And if I break, like,
it was for nothing.
It was for nothing. And basically, I feel like in her mind, she would have been like, I killed them all over again. Like, it was my fault. It wasn't Dane who killed him. I did it.
Yeah.
And not only did I kill Liam again, I killed everybody. Like, the stakes in this scene are like really high because at this point,
everybody's been on hands.
Yeah, like she knows everything. She knows she's seen Erasia, she's seen Brennan, she's been on supply runs. She knows, what the daggers look like. She knows why they're getting them. She knows what they want to ward. Like, yeah, there's so many factors that really matter.
Yep. Mm-hmm. And I know that we were talking about this, and you're like, I really do like how it was Liam because no one else would have made sense. Like you said, like,
yeah, nobody else would have made sense.
And it just shows like he grounded her in the first book.
He really did.
And he's still grounding her now, and I do love how, because first, kill off your characters.
Always.
Second, remember them because it makes it harder. Like, if you just sprinkle them in every once in a while. Like, I remember in the first book when it was like, I missed the little wood chips because of all of his wood carving. Like, all, like, the little details when it's...
little details.
And they do that in this book. Like, oh, I wish Liam was flying next to me still. Like, little details. Like, it makes your heart just hurt so much.
Yeah. And then, like, even, like, her interactions with Sloane, she's like, I wish Liam was doing this because he would have been able to do this so much better.
Or like, oh wow, like when I look at her, when I look at her eyes,
I see Liam. And it's like also when she bonded the same type of dragon that that Liam had, she was like,
ugh. And again, it's just that little sprinkling of let me just like crunch your heart a little bit. Yeah, we love that, and I'm so here for that. because I feel like in fantasy, it's hard to kill off characters because one, it's normally Fae and they're immortal. And two,
Yes. And also,
immediately, yes. And also,
yeah.
like when they do, I feel like they're not really brought up much again. Like they can be depending on the character. Like and depending on like the
Yeah.
author and stuff like that. But I do think it's hard because especially like I understand like you're writing and putting in those little nuances about characters that have already been gone, let's say for like 2 books. Like that's hard because you're on a roll with the future things you're planning for the book.
Yes.
Like you're
It's like they're no longer physically there.
and so
like
it's
you
out
have
of sight, out
ADHD.
of mind.
Yeah, it's like when you have ADHD and it's just out of sight, out of mind.
Yeah. And so then she realizes she's been in there for 2 days and she's like, fuck, it'll be another 5 before Zayden even knows she's missing.
Yeah, because, depending on which weekend it was, she's not going to be flying to him.
And, Liam does say, like, you don't think he's already losing his shit? I think he already knows.
Yeah. Because here's the thing is, like, logical Liam, which is literally her logic mind. If you think about it, yeah, of course. If you can't get in contact with Taryn, you don't think that Taryn is tearing this place apart too. You don't
I guarantee you Sigale feels Taryn's stress and therefore Sigale's going, something's wrong. Like how when Taryn got really stressed when he heard about Sigale and and
yeah, Ashley, turn off your Discord notifications.
I don't know where the fuck they keep coming back on.
I was like, everybody should know. I feel like a lot of people like hear that and they're like, oh.
And I don't know why. Like, it's not even open on my laptop. It's just like, bang. I don't have notifications on my... It's fine. It's fine.
Okay. If you don't have notifications, then...
No idea. And, he is just there, like, really grounding her. And, like, Taryn might not be able to reach you, but Zayden will rip this place apart brick by brick. Which, Taryn would do the same thing, excuse me.
Yes, Taryn would, but I think...
But Zayden's smaller. He can kind of fit in the doors.
Yeah, I was going to say, like, fitting in the door is nice. And there's, like, a lot of underground things that, Taryn wouldn't be able to fit into.
Yeah. And Violet kind of keeps telling Liam, like, he's not going to risk the movement for me. Like, that's one of the things I love about him.
Yeah. Which is so... I like that she likes that part of him.
Yeah.
I like that she's like, oh.
I would rather die and have him, like, kill me than risk the entire movement. Like, I do like that. Because I feel like a lot of people are like, how dare you? Like, you should put me above everything else.
Exactly.
Where it's her. She's like, no, like, this is what he has been living for years. Like, this is his family. And this is all of these things that he's been working on. Is like, no, that you and that comes first. I am important to you, and I expect respect and love it and everything like that. But it's no, like, you need to put that first because that in the long run is more important.
I agree.
Yeah. And Venrin. Oh my gosh. Not Fenris. I don't even remember what that's from. Varish.
The book.
Thank you. Oh, I do remember what Fenris is from. And anyway, so Varish was reading the journal, and he's like, I know you want this for the wards. Like, why else do you want
what
this?
are you warding? What are you trying to ward? What is this?
Yeah. And he is, like, giving her news about Venin and, like, all these other things, just trying to, like, hey, let's share information. Like, I'll let you know what I know about the Venin and everything that I've learned. You just give me why you want these books and what are you going to do with the wards. That's all you got to do, and I'll give you my information.
Yeah.
And, Liam's there, like, don't fall for it. Don't you do it. And he was like, well, I know that you didn't go find a healer because there's no reports of you finding a healer after Resson. So where did you go?
Yeah, where did you go?
And I give him this. He's smart.
Yeah.
He is a smart character.
Mm-hmm.
And Varys does say, like, oh, like, I can see people's weaknesses. Like, that's his signet.
Mm-hmm.
And I loved this line. Me. I audibly went, oh my gosh. Like, oh my God. When I look at you, I'm expecting to see broken bones and brittle joints, or even maybe not living up to your mother's expectations, but I see nothing. And I was like, oh, fuck. Damn. Yes.
The not living up to my mother's expectations, like, that was unnecessary, sir.
Yeah, I was like, you didn't need to say that.
Yeah, I was like, that was me.
It's like, sir.
Like the brittle bones and like weakness and stuff, like she's very used to hearing, like actually outwardly spoken, but to have somebody to be like, oh, I kind of thought I would see it on you.
Yeah.
Like, that's wild. That's actually like, damn. Like for me, I was like, nah, I feel that. I agree. I feel like that's what you would see.
Yes, I agree. And he does say, is like, and whoever taught you shielding did a great job. Like, you're really good at it. Like, even in this, like, he's able to compliment her in a really twisted way.
Yeah.
Which I feel like makes him even more intimidating. And for a villain to be able to, like, compliment, or the antagonist, whatever, to be able to compliment the...
Is he not the villain of this book?
I guess he is, at least the first.
He's one
part
of the villains.
One of it. Yeah, one of the villains.
I don't know.
Yeah, I'd
at least in this first part, he is the main villain, I think.
Yes, I agree with that.
I think we could, like, openly say that.
Oh, absolutely. And so, like, for the villain to be able to, like, say all this shitty, like, oh, brittle bones, broken bones, not living up to your mother's expectations, but, like, you're good at shielding. Like, I can't even see it, which I'm like, I do like how when villains can do that, because it makes them feel more realistic.
Yeah, also, but if we think about that was at the beginning in the book. Like, he was looking through the entire crowd.
Yeah.
Of, you know, cadets when they were first lining up. So, like, this would have been opening ceremony right when Solus, you know, torched the whole back line.
Yeah. And I guarantee you he kept looking, like, trying to get any weakness from her. And he's like, wow, like, your shielding is good.
Yeah, which, I mean, proves her to the point where it's the, if I could shield Varys out,
I could shield Dane out.
Well, I do think that Dane's signet is much more invasive.
That's fair. That is fair.
It's much more invasive and much more intense. Which is why I think that Varys wanted Dane so badly.
Yeah. Yes, absolutely.
Because, like, if you think about it, their signets together.
You have a dumb smile on your face.
I know. I have a very dumb smile on my face. Because if you think about it, their signets together would be extremely powerful. Like, their signets together would be so powerful. So, like, if you had Nora, who is, like, a truth sayer, is like, oh, they're telling the truth. But then you can have somebody that's like, this is their weakness, and now these are the things that we can do to manipulate them so that they don't break before, you know. Obviously, you know, Dane's the closer.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
It's just the way that it fucking works out.
Yeah. But we are, like, the fact that she can shield Varys out is really good. And, you know, she's just kind of sitting there, like, not saying anything. She knows to keep her mouth shut. And he goes, must I carry all the conversation? Which, I love it. I love it so much. And, of course, I want you to know. Like, come on, like, tell me things. Like, he really is like, can I please just have a conversation with you?
Yeah.
And
it must get boring talking to yourself all the time, though.
Yeah. Yeah. And he does say, like, your weakness is the people you love. Which, yeah.
which is true.
Mm-hmm.
That is 110% the truth.
Yeah. Because, I mean, obviously she's hating this. I'm not saying she's not, but she only got stressed when she was like, oh, are my friends in here? Like, are they
Yeah,
getting tortured? It's like, I can do this. This is fine. I don't want my friends getting tortured.
of
Like,
course.
that's, you know, and, you know, Varys does say, like, oh, like, you're hoping Xaden is going to come and save you, and that he'll bend the rules not even your mother would break to help. Like, she wouldn't even lift a finger to save you. I'm like, sir, why are you digging so hard, man?
Because,
I mean, I
well,
know
first
why.
of all, yes, we know why. But also, not gonna lie, as the reader, yeah, for
Yeah,
sure. Like that all rings very true because that's the pattern of behavior that we've seen from both of those characters, that we're not going to step out of line. We are not going to break those rules.
yeah. Xaden will. Her mom
Mm-hmm.
won't.
Absolutely.
And I mean, doesn't matter. Like, I know that you will always want your parents to do that, even
For
if you get
sure.
it from somebody else.
Yeah. It's
Parental love is complicated.
yeah, for sure.
Good way to wrap that up.
Good job.
Thank you. And he does say, he's like, I've been waiting all year to break you. Like,
Mm-hmm.
so I could do this under the codex. So
Yeah.
because your mom is such a rule follower.
Which is
And
so valid.
he does say, like, oh, like, this is a trap for Xaden
Mm-hmm.
because I'll break him and make you watch. I'm like, oh, fuck. Dude.
Because he saw it. He was like, I saw that he had one little weakness. His shield's weakened for a millisecond, and I saw what it was. And I'm gonna watch you. I'm gonna make you watch me break him, which in turn would shatter Violet over anything.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I think that yes, she was extremely strong during like RSC and like not breaking when her friends kind of like got beat up, but also even in RSC, she didn't watch them get horribly mutilated like he would do to Xaden.
Yeah.
I think it would be a very different experience to watch your lover get tortured over your best friend. For some people. What?
For some people.
Watching somebody brutally mutilate and torture your lover would be really difficult for a lot of people.
Yes.
And like, I know me, I think maybe it's just because I don't have a lover that I'm like, yeah, no, like if somebody, I like, here's the thing. There's only like a couple of people that I would actually like jump in front of a bullet for, and that is my best friends and my dog. You know, like it's my animals. So like I know for a fact that anybody would be like, nah, we're not gonna steal her lover because first of all, to my future lover, I'm sure that I love you just as much as I love my friends or my dog. But let's be honest, you know it and I know it. You know. So let's just leave it at that. I know that like if anybody took my animals, it would be a big fear. Like, I mean,
Yes.
I've told Ashley this for years. One of my biggest fears, I don't know why.
This
Like
is my same
biggest
fear too.
where it's like somebody breaks into my house, and not that they like steal like things of value or sentimental reason. They steal my dog or they poison my dog, and I will.
That is also my greatest fear. Like, what if I come home and someone literally just stole my dog?
Yeah, no, I will hunt you down. Like,
yes, same.
I feel like this would be taken. I know where you are, and I have a certain special like set of skills that I will hunt you down, and I will find you.
I put my
Because
dog.
I would not, like, no stone would be left unturned. I would also, I would be a monster for those months, and I'm so sorry. I would be a monster.
Yeah, no.
I know
yes.
I would be.
Yeah.
I know I would be a monster. So,
because dogs are so important. Like, I can't imagine my life without my dog.
yeah, I like, honestly, I could not imagine my life without animals. Like,
No.
just in general. And I was like, I don't know if it's the way that I was raised, that I know that I will always have animals in my life.
But also, I feel like
know.
there are certain people, like, I know we've talked about it, that, like,
Yeah.
they just are like, this animal is my child. Like, I love, like, they are just, these animals are so
I would
important.
do anything.
Anything for my dog. I would do anything for an animal.
Anything.
And then there's some people that are like, yeah, that's my dog.
Yeah, that, which I understand.
It's okay.
It's okay for you to have those feelings, and I understand that. But also, that's crazy.
Yeah. Like, I have a couple friends that have dogs, and they are just, that's my dog. And I'm like, but this is, like, my dog. Like, this is, like,
Yeah.
no, this is mine. Like, do not touch my dog.
Yeah, don't touch my dog. I will start an insurrection and an entire rebellion for my fucking dog, okay?
Absolutely.
I don't think you understand.
The amount of lengths I'd go for my dog.
Yeah. The lengths that I would go for my dog is insane.
Yes.
Like, yeah, no.
Yeah, no. This
like,
is my dog.
Like, I guess, like, the thing is, it's like if somebody looked at me and was like, okay, you got to decide. Either you're going to die or your dog's going to die. I immediately, okay, yeah,
Me.
like, just me. Yeah, I was like, immediately, like, there's no question. I was like,
No.
Why was there a contest there? Why are you not doing it? I feel like we're wasting time at this point. Okay?
Yeah, let my dog live. Let her go.
What do you
It's
mean?
fine.
Yeah. What do you mean? It's crazy.
Yeah. I love,
All
in
right.
a nutshell, we love our dogs. If you cannot tell, our
That's
animals
crazy.
are our, like, entire life. It's okay.
That's
Friends, dog,
yeah,
or animals.
friends and animals.
And then also fiance.
Yeah.
Single
yeah,
fiance.
okay. Ashley has a lover.
I feel like they kind of get lumped into friends, though.
So, I mean, that's a you brain. That's a your brain.
Like,
thing.
the bubble and then Avery attached to bubble, but a little different bubble.
I don't know. I don't know how your brain works for that.
I don't know how my brain works either.
I don't know.
But those are the people.
Yeah.
My little group of...
Yeah, I was like, Ashley has a lover, so it's different.
Yes.
Do you not like me calling Avery your lover, Ashley?
No, that's fine. It was just funny. I don't like the eyebrows, though.
I was like, I was waiting for you to say something, because I was like, I'm sure that it's not me actually being like, oh yeah, like, Avery's Ashley's lover. It's the, oh yeah, they're your lover.
No, you.
I love
My
that.
asexual really comes out, doesn't it? That's okay. Just sitting here.
This is also other reasons why I love Ashley, because they are already so red, but then when I do stuff like that, they just get even more red. Like, she is the color of her sweatshirt right now.
My sweatshirt is maroon. Or is it purple? I don't know.
I don't know.
Because, like, technically that's red.
Yes, that is.
So maybe, like, a purplish red? I don't know. Anyway. We got off topic for, like, 30 minutes.
Once
but that's
again,
okay.
back on topic here.
You're here for the chaos. Enjoy it. So then... you're also probably here for this book, so let us continue the book.
Back to the book.
Yeah. And so then he does say, like, Liam tells her to hold the line. Like, they have nothing on Xaden because he's not in custody.
Mm-hmm.
If he was in custody, that's a different story. But they don't know anything, so don't say a word. Yeah. And he's like, he does say, like, you're not the prize, Sorrengail. You're the tool. And he's like, oh, like, we're gonna have fun, you and I. Which the narrator did a phenomenal job. Like, oh my god. I know that there's some people that don't like her, like, narration, which is fine. Like, everybody has their own opinion. That was so loud. I apologize. That was a really loud laugh. Kaylee's face tickled me.
I don't think you've ever said that in front of me.
Oh,
before.
yes. There's some people that just don't like her narration. They're like,
do they have ears?
Yeah, no, literally. She does a phenomenal job. Like we said earlier, audiobooks, This one is great. And we're
Yeah.
listening to the unabridged. So it's like the one
Mm-hmm.
person narrator.
Mm-hmm.
Technically
Yeah, we
two,
don't
but
do
that's
the
later.
dramatic
No,
versions.
no.
Not that there's
And
any shade towards the dramatic version. I prefer the unabridged,
yeah.
and I will
And that's
always
okay.
prefer unabridged books.
Yeah. I do think it's really cool that they do a graphic audio, though. I think that's a
Yeah,
really cool
definitely.
thing that they do. And I want to
For
check it
sure.
out at some point just to kind of see
Mm-hmm.
what it's like.
Yeah.
But I'd rather my first read be with the unabridged, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, she does a great job with Varys. That was my point. And the she is losing track of like because now there's like time skips and she's losing track of hours and she's losing track of days. Like she's like, I don't know how long I've been here.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what's happening. Like I'm being mended enough just for them to break me again. Like it's
Yeah.
not fully mended. I'm in pain. I'm
Yeah,
dying.
and she also can tell that even Nolan is weakening as well because her bones are snapping at the same spots as they were.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
after they get mended, they break at the same spots, which just means that like Nolan's mending is not as strong as it used to be. You know,
Yep.
it's not strong
And
enough to really mend the entire bone for it to be able to break differently.
yeah. And you know, the Varys you could tell is kind of shocked she hasn't broken it.
Mm-hmm.
And people are like, oh, like, should we bring Jack Barlow in? And he's like, God, no. Like, I
Can't
know that
trust
he
him.
wants, no. Like, yeah, I know that he wants retribution for what Violet did by, like, literally crushing him under a mountain. But they're
Valid.
like, oh, we cannot trust him. Oh, so,
Yeah.
yes, I agree. And, like, we
Which
can't
is
trust that kid with anything.
interesting that like, they supposedly are working with him and like trust him, but
Yeah.
from like the outward perspective, it's we're working together and we trust each other, but in reality, that's not what's happening.
Yeah. And then, who other than my favorite character comes in? Dane Atos.
Dane Atos. I kind of do like saying his name with a
Right?
country accent. Like I just
Dane
kind of like it.
Atos.
Dane
just
Atos saunters into the room and he gives us that look, that glaring look.
Oh no. Oh no. And I do like how she's like, and she hasn't talked in 5 days. So,
Yeah,
like if you don't talk, your voice does get tired. Like it's harder to talk
absolutely.
if you haven't talked. It's a muscle. And I talk all the time. So I mean, it's okay.
All the time.
All the time.
She
Kaylee and
never
I talk
shuts
for
up.
hours.
It's only Ashley.
Excuse me. Our podcast can say otherwise.
That's valid.
And she like sees him and she does like croak out like, please help me. And like it's barely a whisper. And then she kind of sits back. She's like, I'm begging for a Dane that doesn't exist anymore. Like, and I was like, that's actually really sad.
But it's true.
It's true.
Because that Dane no longer exists and she let that Dane go beginning of the year. Like after Russin, she had to let it go.
Yeah.
And
but you still like when you're in these moments, you're gonna kind of go back to your base instincts and it's and so like the initial response of like, please help me, and then it's that second thought of, oh wait, like he's not my Dane anymore. Like he's not the Dane I knew.
Mm-hmm.
And she figures out she's been in there for 5 days, and Varys is like telling Dane, he's like, she wants to bring down the wards, and she's like, that's not true, like because that's not true. That's not what she's wanting to do.
Yeah.
And I would never
the way
hurt.
that Varys turns the situation is so interesting to me.
So interesting.
Because literally the like a couple paragraphs before he was like, what are you trying to protect? Why are you trying to build these stones? Where are you trying to ward? And then the story he's telling Dane is she's gonna bring down our wards down.
Yeah. And she does say, she's like, I would never hurt civilians, you know that. And Dane just goes like, I don't know shit about you anymore, and I've been trying to talk to you for months. Which I understand both sides. And Like him just kind
Your
of wanting
little
to have that
Dane lover.
conversation.
Mm-hmm.
Like him wanting to have that conversation. You know what I mean? Like just like let's talk about it. But also so valid of Violet to go, yeah, no.
Yeah,
Absolutely not.
no.
I don't want you near me.
So
No.
valid.
Like you really invaded her space, sir.
Yeah, I also don't know. I could not. Me. No,
That
we would
that
not be
conversation
friends.
would not. No.
And the conversation wouldn't happen because we are not fucking friends. And
Mm-hmm.
I will, like, me as, okay, as my own person, no.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
And like obviously a very different situation, but as someone that has been violated in a way, it does ruin your perspective on a person.
No, yeah.
Absolutely
We are not
not.
friends.
No. You did that, we are done. Like
Yeah.
absolutely
No,
not.
we're not fucking friends.
You don't do that
And
with your friends.
you made the decision to say that we were not friends through your actions. And so therefore
Exactly.
it's I didn't choose that for us. You chose that. And that is what, like, your grave that you need to fucking lie in.
Go
Like,
off,
you
Kaylee.
dug it, and now that's wonderful.
You did it. I didn't
You
do
did
anything.
it. Yeah,
You did
I
it. You
did
made
nothing.
that decision.
I
You
stood
chose
here
to
as
not
an
be friends.
innocent bystander, and you chose to do that. And so therefore, that's the grave that you got to fucking lie in.
Yeah,
Like,
we're no
damn,
longer friends.
Sucks, but
That's what
yeah.
happens.
Immediately, which is why I think that she's so valid not to have talked to him. I think that she's so valid
Yes.
to like be like, there's no way we can get back from this.
Yeah.
Because also in my mind, I'm like, so valid.
Valid of her.
I don't think I wouldn't be able to get over that.
Yeah, that'd be fucking hard.
No.
That'd be impossible. Like that, yes, I agree.
No.
You don't violate your friends
Nope.
like that.
Absolutely not.
No. And Varys just kind of like, there's been incidents at the borders and there's been incidents at the borders where General Sorrengail is. And so then Violet's kind of like, that's weird. Like, what's happening? And she also learns that Xaden deserted his outpost. Like, he's gone. They don't know where Xaden went. Well,
yeah. He
they can
deserted
piece
like
it together,
3 days
but
ago too.
yeah, 3 days ago. And Varys just, you could just feel like the giddiness of we're gathering the marked ones. Like everything's gonna come crashing down right now. Like you could tell he's so excited about it. And you know, Varys is like read her memory. Like, let's get this out so we could save the wards before she takes them down. Basically, is what he's telling her, telling Dane.
Yeah.
And Dane's like walking up to her and he's like, I only did it because I wanted to prove my father wrong. You have some words, Kaylee.
Yeah, I do. I just think that it's why would you care?
Yeah, like I know that his dad is also very good at manipulating, and he also definitely has. Dane definitely just wants to live up to his dad and prove to his dad that he can do it and be a great writer. But
For
also,
sure. I mean, that's technically like why Violet is the way that she is, and why even Mira is the way that she is. You know,
there's a lot of generational trauma in this book.
For sure. And it's like the idea of a child, regardless if they know better, will always try to please their parents, regardless of the pattern and everything that the child has seen, because still, you know, desperately they want love and acceptance from a parental figure.
Yeah.
And you know, Dane is still seeking that out, and will always seek that out, you know.
Yeah, you can get over it as much as you want. Like, you can, you know, really work on it, but there's still going to be that little part of you that's like...
Yeah, I mean, and you see that in Violet's character a lot.
Like, she's definitely working on it.
Yeah.
And she's seeking that validation in different ways. Like, from her friends. And she's like, I have people that give me that validation. But you could tell I kind of wanted that from my mom. You know, and... So, but Dane definitely was seeking that and still seeking that. And he puts her, like, he does start to read her memory, and Liam's kind of there. He's like, show him what he needs to see. Like,
Yeah.
you think of other things because he will see what you're thinking of.
Yeah, because, I mean, Violet is freaking out because she's like, with the elixir, I cannot shield. I have no access to any type of power. Like,
Yeah.
he's going to see it all. And,
Yeah.
you
And
know, Liam is like, if you give him the big emotions, remember certain things, hopefully there's like a workaround, you know?
Yeah. And so she shows him everything and like really makes him, and she goes like, I show him all of the anger, the sorrow, the rage, and like makes him sit in it because he's trying to leave. Like, she's like, I grab onto him. And it's like, I'm not letting him leave. He needs to feel all of this. And then, you know, he kind of staggers back and is like shocked. And his first response was, you're smuggling weapons to another kingdom. And, you know, Violet, I loved her reaction in her head, is like, her heart sinks and is like, out of everything that I showed him, that's what he took from it. Yeah. And Dane takes like the dagger and points it at her. Like, he's, you know, he's like, okay, you literally are a traitor. And she does, like, you could tell she, obviously in her head, she's afraid. And she's like, oh, fuck, I'm going to die by Dane. And she's like, no. And she looks at him in the eye and she's like, I'm not going to die afraid of him.
Yeah. It's also just like it's crazy to think that, you know, she openly is like, the place that I grew up, the place that I loved the most, the place that my father loved, the place that my mother loves, the place that I fell in love with Xaden, the place that I found companionship and true friendship, the place that I found Taryn and Andarna will literally be the death of me.
Yeah. And that's sad.
So sad.
So sad. And, you know, and she also, like, she didn't get to say goodbye, too. Like, they don't know where she is, so that she's just going to be missing. They won't know. And he, you know, tell her, he's like, you should have trusted me. None of this would have happened if you trusted me. And
which I think, first of all, wild statement, sir. That's crazy. But okay.
And, you know, Violet does, like, in her head go, like, how dare he look hurt? Which, that is a valid statement. You violated her.
Yeah.
And, like, you get a look hurt after everything she's gone through and you just saw it. And you're hurt.
Yeah.
And he's like, you're right. I'm not gonna leave you. And he pulls back and Violet's waiting to, like, be stabbed. And she's like, wow, like, it's not coming. And she, like, she looks and she sees Varys, like, staggering backwards.
Yeah.
And is like, oh God. And Dane sets her free. Then he starts cut with the same knife that Varys just got stabbed with. Is like cutting her free. And he grabs her and is like, can you walk? Like, what are we going to do? Like, we need to get out of here. Can you stand? What are we going to do? And so he's kind of holding her up. And Nora comes in about to, like, fight them. And he's like, let us pass and you'll live. And then in the doorway, a certain character pops up and goes, I make no such promises, and kills her.
I love it. That's right.
Yeah. And that leads us into chapter 36.
Yes,
because
this was into chapter 36.
A lot. This is a big, big section.
Yeah, it was. It was a big section. And then not only that, it's just like the emotional turmoil that goes through it. There's a lot of little nuances. There's a lot of, like, big manipulation plays. Like, we see it throughout this chapter that this is why Varys, in Ashley and my eyes, is one of the best villains of this book, because of the emotional manipulation game he plays throughout the entire thing. Because you know, it doesn't just extend to the people that he tortures. It clearly extends to even his colleagues and the people around him who he's asking for help. Because the moment that Dane came in, he was like, it's going to be a shocking sight, but like, you have to understand she is a traitor, and was already telling him that she is a traitor. We're only doing this because we need to find out.
Yeah.
Because they're planning something. They're going to take down the wards, and they're going to like basically slaughter all of Navarre. And that is not what's happening. No. But he also like, even, I mean, like one of the tactics like he like did, you know, before he was like, you could find out why she loves him, was like what he said in the first interrogation thing. But in this one, he said, it's not her fault that she loved the wrong person.
Yeah.
Because he knows that Dane still loves her.
He is good at it. And it's also, the way he's having so much fun with it.
Oh,
and the way that
he loves the shit out of this.
He loves it. And it's just the way that like he was written very well. And just the way that he loves it. And it's like, oh, like we're going to have fun, you and I. And like,
yeah,
it was so good. And it's just, he is such a fun character. Like, do we like him as a person? Absolutely not. But do we love him as a character? Absolutely, yes. And so then in chapter 36, Xaden is there and looks like he's about to kill Dane, because of course he is. He doesn't know what's happening. And Violet runs in front of him. Not runs. She can't walk. And like falls. And it's like, no, and falls.
This bitch always saving that other bitch's life. This bitch always protecting the other bitch. God damn it.
And she's like, oh my, you came to save me.
Which I also am like, so emotional. Like, just like the way, once again, the way that the narrator says it, it's just like, you can hear the desperation and the hurt. Yeah. And the relief. The desperation, the hurt, the relief, the pain, all of it. It's just very nice.
Yes. And then he does, like, then the quote does come back. There's nowhere in existence you can go where I won't find you. Remember? And I'm like, I know Kaylee loves that line. Now look who's turning red.
I'm just saying. Me. I hate them together. But there is certain, this is where I'm like, damn. I know for a fact I'm a hopeless romantic, and I know for a fact that I will always love like gothic emo like men for the rest of my life, because you can't tell me like, not like, even, I'm not saying that like, oh, it would, this would only do it for me if I'm like, you know, beaten, battered, but like, no, like I am such like a hopeless romantic, like to the point where like somebody could be like, Kaylee, I saw this rock and it made me think of you, and like, and I wrote this poem about me finding this rock for you, I'd be like, wow, that was really,
someone's gonna send you a rock now.
I really need diamonds. Diamonds is the only rock that I need, obviously.
Oh yeah.
For sure.
You don't strike me as a diamond girly.
Me. No, I'm not. I'm definitely more of like an opal, an emerald. That's exactly.
I would say opal.
A
emerald would be good.
Like an onyx gemstone girl, but you know,
diamonds are still pretty.
Yeah, diamonds are pretty. I don't know. I was just thinking about like expensive stones. Okay, fuck. I don't know.
So yes, everybody go send Kaylee a rock and write a poem. Yeah, she'll be very happy.
Send me a rock and write a poem, and we'll have a whole episodes of me just being like,
oh. And you know. So yes, Kaylee does love this scene with Xaden, because
I do, because like, once again, he
knows what to say.
Yeah. This is how you know that this man was written by a woman.
And
yeah.
You know, as after that, there's someone else coming, and he goes, God damn it. You took off running and didn't save a single one for me. And
Yeah.
Garrick appears in the doorway. I love Garrick. I love how he was like, bro, I was here to help you and you didn't save one person for me.
Garrick was
Me?
like, first of all, you didn't tell me where you were going. Second of
You
all,
just ran.
you just ran. And then third of all, you didn't leave anything for me? What the hell?
I love Garrick. And Garrick's also the one that like made fun of him
Mm-hmm.
in chapter 16 of Iron Flame when
Well,
he like was freaking out because Dane kissed Violet. And he's like, you loser.
first of all, we all were like, yeah. Because I'm so sorry. If I was Zayden and you were Garrick,
I would make
or
fun of
vice
you
versa,
so much.
there's no way in hell either of us would pass up bothering the living shit out of each other for that moment.
Oh,
There's
God,
no
no.
way.
No.
There's no way. Like, you can't. There's no doubt in my mind that that's what would happen.
Yeah.
Absolutely not. No, he is.
No.
And also, that's how you know that they really are good friends.
Yeah.
If Garrick didn't do that, I'd be like, do you even like him?
I know. I know.
Are you guys even friends?
Literally.
That's crazy.
And, so they're kind of talking and they're like, you're turning into a traitor. Like, just to let you know you are now a traitor.
Yeah.
And
Well, they give Dane the option. It's you're either going to follow us
or you're going to die.
or you're going to die here, right now.
Yeah.
You're going to make the choice.
Yeah. And Garrick is like, oh, is that what's happening? Like, oh, I'm very late to whatever's happening. And, Varys is still kind of like on the floor dying and bleeding out.
Mm-hmm.
And, he does go like still trying those manipulation tactics. Like, your father's going to be so disappointed. Mm-hmm. And I do like Dane's comeback to that was, if he already knows what Violet showed me, then I'm more disappointed in him.
Yeah. I'm like, okay. All right, sir. We finally get like a little like sprinkle of like
common
finally
sense.
you have a brain. Yeah.
Yeah. And he's about to kill Varys, and Zayden's like, hold up. No. And like puts him in the chair and like holds him there and gives the dagger to Violet. He's like, this is her like choice if he wants to do it. The honor belongs to Violet.
Yeah. The honor does belong to Violet. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, so valid because she was literally tortured for 5 days.
Mm-hmm.
And Violet kind of walks over to him and goes like, I promised myself you would die in this room.
Yeah. And then not only that is I'm sure that she's thinking, you promised me I would die in this room.
Yeah.
So there's no way,
one of us is not going to make it out.
Absolutely not. And it's going to be you.
Yeah.
Clearly.
Yeah. And she doesn't have the strength to like push the dagger into his heart.
Mm-hmm.
Because, I mean, she's been beaten and broken for 5 days. And so Xaden, like, helps her push it into the
That's what
Varys. Helps push the dagger into Varys' heart and, like, kill him.
Mm-hmm.
And she does say, she's like, I memorized the look on his face when the life fades out of his eyes, so I can, like, help with the nightmares when they inevitably come. And I was like,
I remember what his face looks like, lifeless, so that when the nightmares come, they hopefully won't be as bad.
Yeah. Which I do like that because it's like we've seen like the nightmares throughout this book. And so I know I'm going to get nightmares from this. Like this was huge.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I need to see his dead face so I know he's not coming back.
Yeah. But like not only that is like I think at this point when the dagger is going in, I think that was like the main portion where Violet did lose a large chunk of her humanity. I feel like that's the death of Varys was the death of Violet's compassion to attempt to keep everybody alive, even her enemies. Yeah. I think like at that point is a huge turning point in her character where we see that Xaden was right.
Yeah. Yeah. And after like she pulls the dagger back out, everything comes crashing down and she's like, I just killed the vice commandant.
Yeah, because
And
that's one of the biggest rules is like
you don't kill
it's
leadership.
unfathomable that you would ever kill leadership.
Yeah.
Let alone like, I mean, like, yeah, like killing cadets, like that's fine, but leadership is crazy.
Mm-hmm. And Xaden is kind of there, and he's like, I would happily watch Erasha burn to the ground if it means you get to live. Mm-hmm. Which I would like to say, I have thoughts on that, but
Yeah.
it counterdicts what Violet said earlier. Because she does say, she's like, I love the fact that he will put Erasure first. I love him for that. And then he does the complete opposite. He says the opposite. Counterdicts.
I don't think he's ever said the opposite, though.
No. She said she told him, or she said it in her mind, he wouldn't let Erasure burn. Like, he would rather Erasure go and, like, protect the movement and let me die. And that's what I love about him, because he will put Erasure first and not me. And then he says, I will happily watch Erasure burn to the ground if it means you get to live. So
but he's always said that.
He has.
Like,
but
I just think
but it's so interesting to me that she thinks he will put the movement and Erasure first. And that's what she openly has said she loves about him. And he says the complete opposite. So therefore, dumb.
She has really bad ears. I don't think she, like, listens well. No,
I agree.
I'm
so honest. Yeah, no, I agree.
I mean, we can clearly see it, because I think that's also, like, the misunderstanding and, like, the unfortunate, like, conception that, like, other people has also placed on Xaden, that Xaden is ruthless, that Xaden doesn't care, that Xaden only has one goal in mind. And
yeah, and he did until Violet got there.
Yeah.
But it is interesting, and I'm wondering if that's gonna come back somehow. We'll see. We'll have to see. Anyway, so then he does go into this giant monologue, and I know Kaylee does like this giant monologue. Yeah. So I will read the giant monologue.
Ashley's gonna read it because, like, once again, this is how I know I'm a hopeless romantic, because, like,
you love our little emo dragon boy.
First of all, yeah, I love it. I also know that he's written by a woman, which is probably why I love it even more. But man or woman, you say like something like this to me, I'll be fucking a puddle in your hands. Like, I don't want to get married, but yeah, I'll probably fucking marry you right there. Like, crazy. Anyway, Ashley, go for it.
You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
I'm sorry if you're expecting me to do the noble thing. I'm not the sweet kind. This is what you fell for, Violet. You fell for me. The good, the bad, the terrible, all of it. You want to know something true? I love you. I'm in love with you. And I've been in love with you since the snow fell on your hair when the first time you kissed me. And I'm grateful my life is tied to yours, so I don't have to walk a single day without you in it. My heart beats as long as yours does, and when you die, I'll meet Malik by your side. And it's a damn good thing you're in love with me too, because you're stuck with me in this life and every life that follows.
Yeah.
First off, I read that so well.
Yes, you did. Good job, Ashley. Good job. Yeah.
But yeah.
And she openly is like, this is like, that's all I ever wanted to hear from him.
Yeah, she's wow.
Like, yeah, like, that's all I ever wanted to hear.
Because he's never said I love you. That was the first time he said I love you, and what a way to say it. Like, immediately.
Yes, wow. What a way to say it. But also, at the same time, I hate to defend him, but I understand why. Yeah. I understand why he's never said it. I understand the idea of once you say it, I don't know, those three words, like, in context, like, mean so much more. And I feel like it's so easily, like, thrown around in our society that not a lot of people, like, really grasp the concept of what real love is and, like, what love feels like and what it should look like. And like what the actual concept of it is that like for somebody who has gone through a lot of trauma and for somebody who has never really experienced true love, and you see it because he's even said it before, that he's like, I don't even know if I've experienced love, like even with my friends. Like, yeah, I love my friends, but like I don't know if
he's like, I don't know if I'm capable of loving somebody.
Yeah, like there is just something like fundamentally different when that type of love finds you. And to hear, and first of all, it's fucking scary. It is scary, and it makes it so much more real. And me, I'm like,
you're a hopeless romantic, but you hate it.
Oh, I hate every living fucking second of it. I wish that love could go burn in fucking hell, and I could never fucking see it or touch it or even look at it again, because as much as I like love that people are in love and happy, it's disgusting and I hate it. It's disgusting and I hate it. But also me being like, I hope this love finds me one day. You know, it's okay. But like it's the idea of somebody that like is willing to commit to that. And like I understand why he's never said it, because also other thing.
I'm ready.
Another thing. Timeline of when this bitch said it.
It's a few months.
I personally think that she said it too soon. And like here's the thing. Here's the other thing is there are some times when those thoughts of like, man, I love this person can be really true and very valid for you and yourself, but outwardly, due to timing, can be an intrusive thought.
Mm-hmm.
And most intrusive thoughts are inside thoughts and should not be shared outside.
Yes.
What?
No, you're not wrong. No, I'm just laughing at you. No, but I'm laughing at you. Anyway.
Sometimes those are inside thoughts, and sometimes you need to wait. You need to wait and see where it goes first, because, that's the most appropriate thing. And like, yeah, I'm sure people are like, how can you sit here and say that that you're like, she said it too soon, when you're gushing over the way that like he said it. And don't get me wrong, I love everything that she said after that. Like, I think like this, I was like, okay, it's fine. Because this is the way that she responds is the way that is the appropriate response. That's all I ever needed to hear, and I've always loved you, and I will never stop loving you.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's all anybody wants to hear. Like, first of all, when somebody's like, I love you, it is, number one, extremely scary and like a nerve-wracking experience, but you want to hear it back. Like,
yeah,
I don't think there's anybody in this world, if they confessed their love, that they wouldn't want to hear the words, I'm ready, like I love you. Or even like, it's the, when somebody's like, I love you, it's the, if the follow-up is like, hey, me saying it doesn't mean that you need to say it, because I don't want to hear you fucking say it unless you actually fucking mean it. Like, and that is a very valid experience.
Yes.
You being like, I love you and I've always loved you, and then like following up with the like, but it's the, you don't have to respond, please don't, because I know that you don't. Mm-hmm. Or like, I know that like you're not ready for that, I just need to say it
to get it out of my brain,
to get it out, so that maybe I can like heal me, so that maybe like, like like get over it, or like, if that's like a friendship thing and like you don't want to ruin that friendship, or like whatever, like there, you should have the capability to have a conversation about your feelings.
Yeah.
which
And it's
unfortunately they have not possessed ever.
no.
The
And it's
Xaden and Violet can't talk about their feelings. They fuck and that's it.
and it's also if you have a good enough friendship, you can have like it's gonna be hard
Yeah.
and it's gonna be awkward and it's gonna be awkward after like
Yeah.
it's gonna be
Or
hard.
even
But if you have that, if it's as good of a friendship as you're saying it is, you can have that conversation and you
oh,
will be fine.
absolutely, yeah. And it'll be fine. But also it's like the even if like you have a partner that like you really love and that you know that they're just like not ready to say it back to you, like I think like if that person wants to stay with you and like they realize like the stakes and everything, you know, true like everybody's true colors shows like when you have real conversations, when you have like, you know, when you have the hard conversations, when you actually like talk, sit down and communicate it through how fucking uncomfortable everything is. Yeah. You know. And it's
Yeah.
of course they're like doing this like overly dramatic like confession of love and they have a lot of adrenaline. There's like, you know, dead bodies around. Like, you know,
Yeah.
it's clearly the most romantic scene that they could have ever set up.
Yes, obviously.
Because I'm like, no, for some reason, I feel like that's not how Xaden wanted it to go. I feel like Xaden was like, all right, I'm going to make like this beautiful picnic in Arisha and I'm going to take her to like the place over like looking the valley and it's going to be like this little like candlelight picnic and I'm going to take her to there and like we're going to have like a little
Yes.
like cutesy little date first and then like she's going to be like laying in my arms and we're going to be watching the sunset and then it's like then I'm just going to have to be like look her in the eyes and be like I love you. That in my head is the way that I picture Xaden wanted that to go.
Absolutely.
Not bloody thrashed in my arms, you're almost broken, like bleeding out, like people are bleeding out on the floor. I literally just helped you like murder somebody. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. It's like I wanted my nice little picnic to say I love you, not bodies, death, gore, and broken people.
Like 110% really deep down in my soul believe that that's probably what he wanted.
Yes.
Not even that she wanted it. That's how he wanted it. Because that's, you know, that's how he wanted it to go.
Yes, absolutely.
You know? Am I wrong, though? Like, can everybody
No.
picture him doing that? Because I can.
Yes, and he'd be like, oh, the plate's a little crooked. Like, we need to fix the plate.
Yeah.
And they'd be so, like,
yeah. And then
stressed about it.
Sigale in his head being like, this is trivial. This is trivial and your feelings really mean nothing. You understand that in the span of time, love means nothing to humans.
That would be Sigale. That would really be Sigale.
In like the entire time. And then like Taryn and Sigale talking about it. And Taryn's being like, just let them be in love. Okay. Let them be happy. Sigale's being like, this is dumb. I hate it. Yeah, trust me, Sigale. I understand. I also agree that it's dumb, and I hate it too. You know?
Yes, absolutely. And so that, you know, they have to leave.
Yeah.
Like, immediately. They need to leave. And Xaden's like, Garrett, go find Bodhi, get an antidote, because she's still fuzzy. Like, they've been forcing it down her throat. She doesn't have her bonds. And so they're, like, leaving. And her squad is fine. So she finds that out. Her squad is okay. They were in interrogations because they did actually stage a, like, recovery mission, a rescue attempt, because they wanted to find Violet. But they're okay. And, you know, she's kind of sitting there. She's like, that goddamn monster took my strength. Like, he didn't break me. He took my strength. And he, you know, Liam is still in the room. Like, he's like, he didn't break you, Violet. And I do know that there was a point when Violet was like, I almost don't want to leave because I don't want to leave Liam.
Yeah.
Like, she's like, wait, no, like you know, they're leaving the chamber. Dane is following them. and they run into her mother. And her
Well,
mother's
yeah.
blade is at Xaden's throat. And this is the first time her mom says her name after Parapet.
Yeah.
Since before Parapet, she has not said her name.
That's
And
crazy.
which is so crazy.
Yeah, because she just calls her Cadet Sorengale.
Yeah.
If she's ever addressed
And
her.
yeah. And she's like, wow, like kind of shocked by it. And Xaden is like, or she asked Xaden, like, who did you kill? And Xaden just looks at her and goes, everyone.
Mm-hmm.
And her mom hands her the antidote. And she was like, I would have come if I'd known. I had no idea. Like, I swear I didn't know. Like, begging her, like, I didn't know. I swear I didn't know. I would have been here. And she's like, I've been in Coldier the entire week. And she's like, I need a moment alone with my daughter, please. Like,
yeah, Xaden's like, no, that's not gonna fucking happen. Like, you and Dane all want moments alone with her, and the answer is no.
like, please, I need to get her out and like mended.
Yeah.
And Violet's mom is like, you know the lengths I would go to protect her, and since I'm pretty sure you're the reason we're getting reports of wyvern carcasses at the borders being dropped at every outpost, the leadership is going to help contain the problem, then the least you can let me do is say goodbye.
Yeah.
And I do like that.
Because she knows that she's leaving.
Mm-hmm. And she gets 3 minutes alone with her. Mm-hmm. And Dane decides to follow Xaden. And, you know, Violet does kind of start going off. It's like, you've known what's happening beyond the wards. And, like, why? Like, why did you not do anything? And she's like, you'd be shocked, or Violet's mom is like, you'd be shocked about the secrets you keep to help keep your children safe.
Yeah.
To help keep your children safe.
Yeah, that you would be surprised the lengths that you would go to keep your children alive.
Yeah.
And she's like, well, and when you have your kids, you let me know.
Yeah, literally.
You let me know. And then I love Violet's retort. What about their kids, though?
Yeah, like the kids that are all dying in Hormeal and all the places that aren't in Navarre. Like, there's so many kids
even
dying.
Like thinking about it, like Violet's children's. Like, what about for the rest of our generations? Like you kept us safe for now, but like, what about the other generations?
Yeah.
Like, crazy.
Yeah. It was a really good answer to that.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, she just kind of starts saying, like, Markham saw you as the next, like, protege. And he was like, you were smart enough to weave the lies and that were given to us for, 200 years. And he said he saw you as easy to control, but I know you. Mm-hmm. And she was like, you would have figured it out. You would have unraveled it as you got higher and closer to being Commandant and higher in the ranks, and he would have killed you for it because you would have tried to help.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, she does say, like, why do you think I forced you into the wider squadron? And, you know, Violet does say, like, because you think less of scribes. And this answer, goes, she literally so quickly goes, bullshit, the love of my life was a scribe. And I was like,
which is very valid of her to say. She's like, I'm sorry. The fact that my kid thinks that I look down on scribes when the love of my life was a fucking scribe.
And I love how she calls him the love of her life.
Because, I mean,
like, she doesn't even say this, like, husband, my partner. No, it's the love of my life.
Yeah, no. They are the love of my life.
I want more of them.
Yeah.
Anyway, so then, you know, they call in the favor that Ryerson owed her for letting the Mark Ones in the quadrant, and he was supposed to keep her alive for the first year. He was not allowed to let her die in the first year. And she tells him, like, use the hecticness of everything going on to get her out of here. And Violet does ask, like, are you the one that cut all of those into his back? And she went, yeah.
But, like, she tries to explain. She's like, oh, it's a tearish. And she was like, and Violet immediately was like, shut up. I don't care.
Yeah. Like, she's trying to explain it, but it doesn't matter. You did it.
It doesn't fucking matter. Shut up. I don't care.
Yeah. And, you know, they're, like, trying to, like, they're about to tell her where she's going so she can come see her. And she's like,
don't tell me.
Don't tell me, because Markham is still out there, and I don't want him to
Absolutely.
no. And Zayden does say, like, do you regret letting me into the quadrant? And she's like, no.
No.
And I do like how, like, in these moments, she does show respect to him.
Mm-hmm.
And she dismisses Dane with just a,
I mean,
like, it was so funny. They,
ugh,
ugh.
that kid.
Yep. And she looks at Violet and goes, like, stay alive or this would all be for nothing. You're all that's left of him. Oh my god. And then I do like how Violet's like, but she's wrong. Like, Mira has her eyes. Brennan has, you know, and like kind of starts listing in her head, like, I'm not the only one that's left of him, but I was the scribe. Like, and oh my god, how they were carrying her out because she literally cannot walk. And she's like, and Violet. Or General Sorengale, whatever. Or Cadet Sorengale.
Yeah.
Sorengales don't fly. Sorry. Oh my god. Sorengales walk or fly off the battlefield. They are never carried. And I like the Jesus Christ after.
And see, yeah, now we understand why you're so warm and fuzzy, Violet. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. And Zayn like, we're leaving, gather the marked ones, and all of the things that you need. And Violet's like, no. We need to tell everybody. Like, we need to, not just the Mark ones. If Markham is gone, this is the time.
Yeah, and if Markham is gone and the leadership is on the borders trying to sort things out, this is our time.
Yeah. And, like, we need to give everybody a choice. Because if we don't, we're no better than leadership.
Yep.
And I do like that. Because it's true.
It is true, but I also understand, like,
it's scary.
I understand Zayden's hesitation.
Absolutely.
As well as the selfishness of, I don't really give a shit. I only want to, like, take the people I care about. Like,
yeah.
Yeah. The only people that really matter to me are the people that I care about, and, like, I don't really care about anybody else, so...
Yeah.
Like, valid, sir. So valid. I get that.
And it does definitely show, I know we've talked about it before, like, the difference in their characters.
Yeah, but I think that, like, that's one of the reasons why he loves her.
Yeah. And and he does say, like, hey, the dragons are going to vouch for the ones that want to leave for the right reasons. And... she looks at Dane and goes, it's one thing to protect me in private, but to stand up in front of the entire quadrant, like, you're going to be known as a traitor. Like, that's, like, do you want to be known as the writer that tore down the quadrant? Like, that's one thing. And then, they're like, well, he needs to earn our trust. And she was like, well, let's see if he does this. Like, it was like, if he does this, okay, it's a step. It's a step. And he goes like, okay, I guess my last official job as wing leader is to call a formation. Because he knows this is the end of Phasgaia. And everybody's arguing amongst themselves because they don't believe anything that Dane is saying. And Violet's like, Taryn, like, show them Ressin, but keep away Erasha. Like, show them what they need to see. And he's like, I don't want to, because sharing, like, makes sense. Like, sharing beyond a mating bond is hard. And not always ideal.
Yeah, it's uncomfortable.
Yeah. And, so they show the memory, and Zayden, and they're all like, oh my gosh, like, freaking out. And then Zayden just covers everybody in, like, his shadows.
Yeah.
He's like, vroom. And it's like, you were all chosen as writers. Please act like it.
Yeah.
Be responsible. Don't be dumb. It's
Like,
basically what he said.
Just calm down for a second. You guys were chosen by your dragons. And then I love, like, what comes after is you can ask your dragons, and if your dragons tell you or they don't tell you, your choice was already made for you.
Yeah.
Because that was, like, a big thing. Is, like, even Terrence mentioned it in the past, that there are certain dragons that are not on board with this.
Yeah. And, yeah. And, so there's some people that just, like, don't get the memory. Like, they're not shown what's happening because the dragons know they will not, like, respect it in the way that they should.
Absolutely.
And then everybody does
respect it, or, like, not even that, or, like, the dragons just, they don't want to be a part of the movement, so they're not going to go.
Yeah. And Taryn like they're prepping everybody to leave, and Yesenia comes with us, like, and two like other
Mm-hmm.
scribes, and she's like, oh my gosh, like this is so exciting, like I'm so
Yeah.
happy she's coming with us, and she's like, well, how's she gonna get there? And Taryn's like, we've made accommodations. And I'm
Mm-hmm.
like, I love Taryn, I love
Yeah.
him so
We've
much.
made accommodations for them to come. And then I love the follow-up of, we're getting everybody ready, but be warned when you see Indarna. Like, we're getting her ready for flight, but be warned when you see Indarna because she still sleeps.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, we are kind of concerned because...
Yeah, they've never seen this.
Yeah. They've never seen a dragon sleep this long. So it is concerning, but also, at the same time, I'm like, she woke up so much throughout, like, the first part of the book. Like, didn't seem very dreamless.
Yeah, and so...
You know?
Yep, and so she's probably sleeping because she didn't get her dreamless sleep.
Yeah.
And dang it. And, so they're flying to Eurasia. And she's like, I've never seen this many dragons flying together, because there's like 200 of them flying over Tyrandor and all of these places, and it's Gale and Taryn at the front, because of course they are.
Well, yeah,
And
Taryn is the leader.
of course.
Taryn has done that even since, like, Violet was a first year. He's like, I must be in the front.
Yep.
I am the biggest of boys.
And I guess actually before that, leadership starts running towards them. Kara's like, you can't do this. No, no, no. And then Devera's like, there's been some of us waiting to join you. And I love how Violet does say, she's like, she's exactly the person I thought she was.
And I love
that. I love that.
I love that.
I love it. And because they are expending, they're like, the Venom are going to come from Poor Meal, and they're going to come just to the hatching grounds. Like, that's what they're going to do. Like, we are not safe in the wards anymore. And, she gets to Eurasia, and Brennan is there, and she kind of, like, hobbles, because obviously she's, like, dying. Yeah. And Brennan is like, can you just, like, bring her to me not mangled? Like, what is happening? What are you doing to her?
Why is it that every single time I see my sister, she needs mending? Like, what are you doing to her?
Yeah.
What's happening?
And then he sees all these dragons flying and landing, and he looks at Violet and goes, what have you done? And Violet goes, you needed riders.
I brought you an army. What do you mean?
Yeah, like, this is what you wanted.
Yeah.
Yep. And that, after our long, long discussion, is the end of our spoiler-free section. So we will be moving into our spoiler section. And so if you're here just for our read-along, just to discuss with us about as you're reading along the book, this is where we'll say, lovely to have you. We'll see you next week. And we are now starting our spoiler section, where we discuss things that happen in these chapters that affect later on in the series, and also some theories that we have. So
welcome back, guys.
Welcome back. We're so excited to have you. We're so excited to have you. And we're going to jump right off with the beginning excerpts, like we always do, because they are so important.
Yeah, they really are. Let's do it.
Okay, so chapter 35 starts out with, the only signet more terrifying than an intrinsic is a truth-sayer, and yet we let them live. Major Frenda's Guide to the Rider's Quadrant.
Which is very interesting. Like, if we're talking about it, like, I think somebody knowing that that they're telling the truth is, like...
Yep.
So scary, because, like, we know that obviously Nora is the truth sayer in the scene.
And I mean, that is scary.
Yeah, like, you can't,
especially for, like, interrogation.
Yeah, can't lie, can't do any of that. But it's also just like the idea of, wow, I'm surprised that they let them live. Like, people seeing, like, hearing thoughts is not okay, but people seeing if you are telling the truth is okay.
Yeah. Very interesting.
It is very, very, very interesting.
Yeah. And son, the next beginning excerpt for chapter 36 is the only crime worse than murdering a cadet is the unfathomable act of attacking leadership. Again, Major Frenda's Guide to the Quadrant.
Which, I mean, is very fitting.
Yeah.
In this section, because so many members of leadership die, but in particularly Varish, who is the vice commandant.
Yeah.
And it's
Violet killing him.
Yeah. I was like, and it's such a big deal because Violet is the one that does it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and I like I said, I do think that this section, her killing Varish, is the start of her being less lenient. And we see it in book 3 when she's in the Isles.
Yeah.
So
and also it's
there.
so interesting if we think back, like, because it says like the only crime worse than murdering a cadet. If we think back, think of all of the assassination people.
Oh, I know.
Assassins coming to like kill Violet, and they're killing other cadets, and we don't hear a single thing happening to them.
Yeah. Like, it's not that big of a deal. Cadets can fucking die, but
leadership,
that's crazy.
That is crazy.
We don't have to promote more people. Damn.
Would you like to start us off with our little points that we wrote down?
Yes. We are starting with Markham. Sorry, not Markham. Oh my god. This is me. We're starting with Malik because I really want to just like highlight in this book how many times like the gods are mentioned.
Yeah.
And specifically Malik, Violet brings up quite often. She talks about Malik, and she always talks about him being, you know, obviously he's like the god of death.
Mm-hmm.
And so she never talks about him fondly. And so like it's so interesting when her brain says to her, who like doesn't really believe it, who says, well, maybe this is like Malik's way of being kind to you.
Yeah.
You know, and, you know, her counterpoint is Malik has never been kind, you know.
Mm-hmm.
It's so interesting to think that the god of death could be, you know, perceived as somebody that's like giving or kind, or would allow somebody comfort before they pass, because Violet has always looked at this god as not favorable to her because of what he represents. And not only that is, you know, we see the logic mind and the emotional mind of, why do we need to burn all their things? Why do we need to burn all of it for Malik? You know, why couldn't we keep something, you know?
Yeah.
And we see that, you know, with Liam's letters and that little like bit of him that she held on to, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I also like that the other reference to the gods is like when she is about to die after Dane does read those memories, where she's like, I just can't believe that the place where I worshiped the gods is going to be the death of me, you know?
Yeah.
Like, it's interesting to note that she has worshipped and does worship multiple gods. And, you know, Amari is one of the really big gods that are always mentioned. But I also like want to draw attention to like the next point is like Xaden is described as an angel from God when he comes into it, like Dune's like acting in light of Dune. And I'm pretty sure, didn't fact check it, but I'm sure Ashley is fact checking me right now as I'm going to say it, because she knows that I'm going to say that in the first book, if we remember all the way back into Fourth Wing, Xaden is also described as an angel or a warrior of Dune. Is it Dune or is it?
It is Dune. You were right. And the sentence, the sentence is a I look up into the wrath of Dune in the form of gold-flecked onyx eyes.
Yeah.
So
and
interesting.
that's
And I
and that
do
was
want
the
to
quote
learn.
from this book, correct?
Yeah. That
Yeah.
was the end of chapter 35.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to learn more about the gods because I feel like, yes, they're mentioned so much, but we don't know too much
Yeah.
about them. And I do want to learn more about them. And I know that there are some theories that Violet and Xaden are like the reincarnations of Malik and Dune. I've heard that theory.
You don't think it's Amari and Dune? Because I mean, 9 times out of 10, the reason why I bring it up, is because 9 times out of 10, like, Violet prays to Amari, you know,
Fair.
Reed prays to Amari, and those are like the patron saint. Me saying it's the patron saint of this is the like it's like the god of
Life, kind of.
Yeah, life. You know.
Yeah. So it's interesting. So I'm curious, or if it's like Amari and Malik. So like life and death.
Yeah, but also like Dune is what, the god of war or something.
I don't remember. I can look it up.
Yeah.
Amari is the queen of the gods. There's a temple dedicated to Amari in Arabia.
Okay.
And Malik is the god of death. Obviously, is mentioned. It's hard to miss. And Dune is the goddess of strength and war.
Valid.
And then Zinal is the god of luck.
Yeah.
And Violet mentions he has a soft spot for her. And then... Yeah, and then also Taryn obviously mentions, like, oh, what, dragons don't think that we need the gods on our side? And, like, they're like, oh, dragons pay no heed to your puny gods.
Yeah, like, that's kind of crazy to think of it like that, because the fact that dragons are like, yeah, no, gods are insignificant. Just, I mean, shows the telltale signs of the arrogance of dragons, which we can see all throughout any type of folklore that dragons are a part of. That they do have that mentality, and I like to see like the crossover of like, yeah, this is like dragon lore is like actually a part of this book as well. But the fact that Dune is brought up so often within these first 2 books, specifically
in relation to Xaden.
Yes, I was like specifically in relation to Xaden.
So
comparatively to her, when we see now Dune start relate to her. But also, like, at the same time, you could argue that Violet is the strength and wisdom, and Xaden is the war part of Dune.
Yeah.
And, you know, Zinal is also the patron god of Riddick.
I do. I love it.
Zinal is my god. Ha ha ha.
I do love it. I love it. And I do think it'd be really interesting if it was like life and death. But I also don't know how I feel about them being reincarnations of gods.
I think
I don't know
that
how I
it's
feel
unlikely.
Yeah, I don't think I would enjoy that.
I think that it's unlikely that they're like a full reincarnation, but I think that the way that they are presented is supposed to mirror aspects of, you know, Malik and Amari. I think,
and maybe
that's
it's also
really what you're supposed to see, especially in like their differences, is where Malik is like, I don't really care, let's slaughter them, where Amari is like, we need to save everybody, because Violet does have that bleeding heart. Like, love that.
And it's
about
also
her.
I wonder, and it's
Love
also
it,
I
but
wonder
also hate
if
it.
it's because it's also mentioned so many times history's going to repeat itself. So I wonder if this is what happened years ago, and like Amari, Malik, and then we're the first writers.
Yeah, and like right now, like we're, you know, they just got like the journals of Warwick and Lyra. I was like, I had to think about that name. But you know,
Warwick's one made it out. I don't think they got back Lyra's, and I don't think they looked for it. I think their goal was just get out.
Well, they had both of them, and so obviously one of them was seized back, you know.
Oh yeah, but I'm saying I don't think they got that one back.
Yeah. But like, you know, they're reading this, and I think that they also could have been like big mirror images of, you know, Amari and Malik going up against each other. I feel like that's why Dune and Zanal are there, is because it really is we're seeing the battle between life and death. We're seeing the battle between humanity and war. Like, you know, we're seeing like the battle of who deserves to live and who deserves to die, and then who even has the right to say who dies and who lives, you know, like
and I think that's why having
shift.
a big, because as we know, Xaden is now missing, but having like the fight between Violet and Xaden, like not just like verbal fight, but yes, we do need that, but like the signet physical battle between them, saying no, because again, we see it throughout this book, and again, I didn't realize it the first time through as much as I am now. They have very, very, very differing views on how they want this to go.
For sure.
Obviously, they want the same. They want the same thing in quotes.
Yeah, they want the same outcome.
But how they do it is so different. Violet wants everybody to be safe if they can.
Yep.
Xaden wants it just to get done, and it doesn't matter.
Yep. It doesn't matter what happens. We just need to get this done, you know?
And so they're so different.
Yeah. So different in it. But, you know, eventually I think they will come to terms with each other, you know, because they have to.
Yeah. And, you know, it's also really interesting on how, like, everybody just distrusts Jack. We need to mention that. Sure. They just distrust Jack.
No, nobody trusts him. And I just think that, like, that's crazy, because it's like we kind of see, like, the mentality of, like, Frankenstein in here. It's, you know, it's the doctor versus the monster. And the doctor has the doctor never trusted Frankenstein ever.
Nope.
Never.
And so they're not going to trust Jack.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because they obviously know they're venom, and they're using the elixir thingy to help mute.
Yeah,
Jack. That's why they created it.
I would not be surprised if they were scared of the monster that they created. Which,
absolutely.
I fucking would be too. Like,
yeah,
not gonna
same.
lie about it.
Absolutely. And we did talk about it slightly in the non-spoiler section. But God, that bullshit, the love of my life was a scribe, just made me miss the little notes we get in book 3 of their love. Oh my God.
Also, okay, I will admit, I loved that where she was like, bullshit, the love of my life was a scribe, and then we get to see Xaden literally, like, seconds later call her a monster.
Yeah.
Like, the irony is not lost in terms of she is capable of, you know, Violet's mom is capable of love, and, like, loves
so deeply
her family deeply, and is willing to sacrifice so much, and you know, is okay with the label of monster.
Yeah.
Is okay with that. And she doesn't even try to defend herself.
No.
Like not even to Violet. She's just like, you don't understand the lengths that you would go. And me and your father agreed on that length.
Yeah. And I don't remember the exact quote, but I remember you and I talking about it when we read it, when she was like, Violet is going to put her heart first or something. Like, do you remember that beginning excerpt? But I don't remember it, and I want to remember it now.
Yeah, well, it's the Violet is blossoming, but her heart will get her in trouble because she loves hard and she loves fast, just like you did. And it's I love that, because, like, as a mom, like, she even, like, she could see this trait that she clearly admired in her husband. Clearly admired. And she loved it.
She, like, again, we don't see her much. We do see her in, like, the beginning excerpts next book more, but it's...
Yeah.
She loved her husband, and you feel that love in even those 2 to 3 sentences you get in those beginning excerpts, and it's so sweet. And I'm actually so excited to read those again
Yeah,
because they were
like
just so good.
they were very sweet and very good. And we got to see another side of Violet's mom, because obviously right now we've only ever seen Violet's, like, Major Sorrengail from Violet's perspective, you know?
We don't really see from
Yeah,
'cause
and
obviously we
like
don't see from
like
anyone
we
else's.
see her from the perspective of Xaden, and we see her from the, like, perspective of even Mira. But like Mira doesn't have a lot of love for that woman.
No.
No.
And
Like, yes, as Mira holds family so dear,
yeah.
you can tell that Mira is like, yeah, I don't really know if that woman loves anything.
Yeah.
And like, it's just like an open thing. I don't really know if she does or if she's capable of it, but like the letters between her and, you know, her husband, it just is like oh, she really does love them.
Yeah. And oh, it's so good. It's so good.
So
And
good.
I'm curious to see what happens when she dies. Like that sounds so,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm really curious to see that dialogue again. And I'm really curious because I forget everything she said. And I also forget, I know how she reacted kind of, but I want to see her reaction to Brennan again.
Yeah.
Because
Mm-hmm.
it's, again, you're the last of him and how Violet just
Yeah.
goes,
But
Brennan,
I'm
or
not.
Mira has her eyes, Brennan has, yeah, I
Yeah.
forget what she said about Brennan, but and so I'm excited to see her reaction to Brennan being alive again.
Oh, for sure.
I'm so excited.
Oh
She's
God.
such an interesting character. She
But it's
actually
also like
is.
she's an interesting character only after her death.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. And it's also after her death, it's Violet is craving that what could have been.
Yeah. It's
She
like
could have had
the
this
idea
relationship and
of
she,
mourning that
yeah.
relationship and mourning not only her, like, physical presence being gone, but like the I'm never going to actually be able to receive the emotional and mental support or stability that I've ever wanted, because she's not even here to even work on that,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah. Wow. What a point to end off on.
I know, what a point to end off on. That was honestly all we had for our spoiler section. But thank you guys so much for tuning in.
We
Make
had
sure
a
you
great time. These chapters are great. And
Yes.
so
It was so much to unpack during, like, the actual chapters, that we do appreciate the thanks guys for sticking around for the spoilers, even though it was short and sweet, kind of just like last week, but it's
don't
gonna
worry.
start
It'll pick
ramping
up.
up very soon.
It will.
There's still a lot of foreshadowing, especially with the gods in these chapters, and
Yeah.
where the revolution is going. But thank you guys again for tuning in, listening. We greatly appreciate it. We love you guys. Make sure to hit all the buttons, like, subscribe, download, do all of the
Comment. Tell us what you
things.
think.
Yeah,
And if you
comment.
have anything you want us to discuss, let us know.
Yeah, please. Like, if you guys are like, I'd love to hear you guys discuss this point, or like, what about this? Like, let us know.
And we will talk about it. But
Yeah.
until then, I guess the last question we have to say to you is,
What did the void say to you?